Credit card debt crisis in America as consumers fear they will miss payments in the next 3 months. Today, I read an article on CNN Business written by Alicia Wallace titled, "Americans Haven't Been This Worried About Making Their Credit Card Payments Since the Pandemic." According to the author, debt balances have been growing and U.S. consumers are nervous about whether they'll be able to keep up. Americans haven't been this worried about missing a minimum debt payment since April of 2020. The author referenced the New York Fed's September 2024 survey of consumer expectations, which showed the average perceived probability of missing a minimum debt payment during the next 3 months increased for the fourth consecutive month to 14.2%. Outside of the pandemic, that's the highest delinquency expectation reading seen in the monthly survey since January of 2017. Well, my friends, I hate to hear about this. From everything I read, the American consumer is struggling financially. The cost of just about everything in life has gone up, but salaries haven't kept pace in many cases. To make matters worse, those who survive with the use of credit are now paying higher levels of interest on their debt. Now keep in mind, the information I shared with you came from a survey. The results may not be truly representative of what's going on in America. With that said, it is still interesting information and troublesome at the same time. My heart goes out to people who are struggling financially right now. Some are probably worried about where they are going to live if they can't pay their rent. Others may be worried about what they are going to do when their credit card gets maxed out. Many may be worried about how they are going to afford food next week. There may be people right now trying to hide from the repo man. This is the world we live in. I don't see it getting better anytime soon. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. The first commenter said, "The economy may not be bad, but every available dollar has been squeezed out of us for food, utilities, and housing. Capitalism has disappointed most of us, but there is no viable alternative." Someone responded to this individual and said, "That's not true. It's not capitalism. It's the wage gap between the very rich and the very poor. In the U.S., the gap is astounding. No CEO needs millions of dollars in salary every year." The last comment that I'll share with you is pretty long, but I found it interesting nonetheless. This commenter said, "There's a lot of folks purchasing wants rather than needs and putting themselves in difficult financial situations, no doubt. However, the dollar has been devalued thanks to too many dollars out in the market, government spending, and Fed printing. Bottom line, Americans are hurting thanks to inflation. The cost of living is not affordable nor sustainable. Americans can't get ahead because of prices, and at the same time, our government takes the other spare change we have and gives it to foreign wars or illegal aliens. We are cogs in their wheel to provide for everyone else other than ourselves and our families." Just go back to 2007 and listen to Obama's campaign on New America. Welcome to that New America. Probably not the change you thought the Democrats were selling back in 2007. Time to slash the size and spending of government and focus our tax dollars on our needs and not their wants. I'm curious, what do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I read another interesting article today. This one was on foxbusiness.com, written by Breck Dumas, titled, "Hardware Wholesaler True Value Files for Bankruptcy, Plans Sale to Rival." According to the author, wholesale hardware supplier True Value has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and is aiming to be sold by the end of the year to rival Do It Best. The author went on to say, True Value retail stores, which are independently owned and operated, are not part of the bankruptcy, and the wholesaler said it will continue to supply products to those 4,500 locations. The iconic brand has been around for 75 years. Well, my friends, I was shocked to hear this today. I've always had a more personal and friendly experience when I visited True Value stores compared to big home improvement stores. With that said, True Value doesn't have the same diverse selection, and at times, their prices aren't as good either. It will be interesting to see how this all shakes out. Now, this next story is a sign of the times here in America. I read this on foxbusiness.com, written by Landon Mian, titled, Disney Fans Blast Obscene Prices at New Cake Shop, Shockingly Offensive. According to the author, a new cake shop located in Disney World has a menu posted outside, and a slice of cake starts at $22. Apparently, this bakery is not owned by Disney. Some Disney fans are calling the cost of some food items obscene and offensive. Well, my friends, it sounds like this may not be the happiest place on earth. I think a lot of theme parks charge too much for food and drinks. The same holds true for airports. Food and drinks at airports are crazy expensive. I tried bringing a bottle of water through airport security, and the tub was diverted to a security person who made me step aside. I was asked if I had a purpose for the water. I told her yes, to drink it. She asked if I had another purpose for the water other than that, and I said no. She said she could pour it out and I could keep the bottle to fill it up at a water fountain, so that's what I did. The next time I went to the airport, I asked the same lady what the correct answer to that question was. She said a medical purpose. I have to wonder, what would happen if someone put a printed label on a sealed bottle of water that said, I have a medical purpose for this water, but I'm not willing to disclose to you the medical purpose because I'm protected by HIPAA privacy rules? I have to wonder if they would let the water bottle pass through. If any of you work in an airport, let me know your thoughts. Getting back to the article, I'm sure there will be people who will pay $22 for a piece of cake at Disney World. It's easy to swipe the credit card to buy something tasty. Some people will just worry about how to pay it off later. I'm curious, would you ever pay $22 for a piece of cake? If so, tell me about it in the comment section below. Here's another sign of the times. I read this on CNN, written by Jordan Valinsky, titled, Walgreens is closing 1,200 stores. According to the author, Walgreens is closing approximately 1,200 locations as the drugstore chain struggles to contend with online competitors and declining prescription drug payments. Well, my friends, I hope the people who worked at these locations can find new work. Perhaps Walgreens will move some of these people to other locations. Working at a drugstore chain can't be easy at times, especially for pharmacy staff. I'm sure there is a lot of pressure, and you are on your feet a lot, and you have to deal with the general public, which is often not pleasant. Not only do I feel bad for Walgreens employees, but I feel bad for Walgreens investors, since the author of this article indicates their stock is down nearly 70% for the year. That is no joke. I have to wonder how long it will take for the stock to recover. Some of these investors are probably sick to their stomach. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.